break up. Now every day I wake up, somebody got a problem with hope. What's up, y'all niggas all fed up cause I got a little cheddar and my record's moving out the store? Young fuckers spitting at me, young rappers getting at me. My nigga Big predicted this shit exactly. More money, more problems, gotta move carefully. Cause faggots hate when you getting money like athletes. Youngins ice grilling me, oh, you not feeling me? Fine, it costs you nothing, pay me no mind. Look, I'm on my grind, cousin, ain't got time for frontin'. Sensitive thugs, y'all all need hugs. Damn, little mans, I'm just trying to do me. If the record's 2 mil, I'm just trying to move 3. Get a couple chicks, get them to try to do E. Hopefully they're Menage before I reach my garage. I don't want much, fuck, I drove every car. Some nice cooked food, some nice clean drawers. Bird ass niggas, I don't mean to ruffle y'all. I know you waiting in the wing, but I'm doing my thing. Where's the love? I said, where's the love? Yeah. And then the Fugees gon' break up. Now every day I wake up, somebody got something to say. What's all the fucking fussing for? Because I'm grubbing more? And I pack heat like I'm the oven door. Niggas pray and pray on my downfall. But every time I hit the ground, I bounce up like round ball. Now I don't wanna have to kill soundball. Don't wanna have to cock back the 4-pound ball. Look, scrap, I got nephews to look after. I'm not looking at you dudes, I'm looking past you. I thought I told you characters, I'm not a rapper. Can I live? I told you 96 that I came to take this shit, and I did. Handle my biz, I scramble like Randall with his. Cut in hand, but the only thing running is numbers, fam. Jigga held you down 6 summers, damn, where's the love? Niggas, where's the love? Take 'em to church. My nigga, where's the love? Fuck, the Richard Pryor gon' burn up, and Ike and Tina Turner break up. Then I wake up to more bullshit. You knew me before records, you never disrespected me. Now that I'm successful, you pull this shit. Nigga, I'll step on your porch, step to your boss. Let's end the speculation, I'm talking to all of y'all. Male shouldn't be jealous, that's a female trait. What you mad cause you pushed down and he said wait? Y'all don't know my expenses, I gotta buy bigger plates and more baggies. Why you all aggy? Nigga, respect the game, that should be it. What you eat don't make me shit. Where's the love? Where's the love?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Views from the City. I am your host. I'm back, Busy J, aka Black Buddha, aka J Smooth. Just coming back off vacation, a well-needed vacation. You know, it is the dog days of summer, and just like the sporting world, it's pretty much quiet right now. So, you know, now's the best time to take a vacation. As you can look at a lot of the networks on television, ESPN, Fox, you know, those talent are now coming back from vacation because they're getting ready for training camps and stuff like that. So it was a good time. You know, I went South Beach, went with my fiance for her mom's birthday, so I treated them out there to a good time because, you know, the family that vacations together stays together. And, you know, I'm pretty much in social. I've always been a social guy. I've always been out there. I've always been partying, always been doing my thing. So as I'm getting older, I'm in my late 30s, it's a good time to get out of the game. You know, I didn't leave a lot of plays on the field. I pretty much did my thing in my 20s. I was Kobe Bryant in the dating game. I started real early, you know, left with no casualties, no babies to report. So it's a good time to slowly graduate my way out the door. Kind of like Jeter did. Jeter did in his late 30s. That's the way you're going to go if you're a young eligible bachelor in New York City, take your time. There's plenty of women out here. I rock my little grays here because I want to show wisdom and I'd be a great mentor to the youth. I can give great dating advice. I'm probably going to start a new area of the show where I give my little dating advice. But I'm going to drop this jewel right here when it comes to dating and vacationing with family members or with your significant other. Guys, listen. Do your best not to start a fight. Agree with everything. Tip your bartenders. Tip your servers. Always tip because you don't want to look cheap to the person you're tipping and you don't want to look cheap to your significant other. So always remember that. It's a little gem that I just dropped right there. And guys, if you have wandering eyes while on vacation, always rock your shades. Trust me on this, it's a lifesaver. So I come back, it was a great time. I actually went to go see the Mets play the Marlins out there, which I didn't think, which I should have thought about this, but apparently, a real fans travel with their team. So I had no idea that I would have ran into so many Mets fans all along South Beach, let alone at the Marlins Stadium. But it was great to see that, fist pump with folks, even folks on my flight. There was this nice young lady wearing a Mets hat, and we was engaging, watching the game together. We was watching the game. My fiance was kind of like, "What's going on over there?" I was like, "Look, she's wearing a Mets hat. We're watching the Mets game." You wouldn't understand the connection because hey, there's not that many Mets fans. So when I get to interact with other Mets fans, it's a blessing. So in terms of that, hanging out the Clevelander, saw a live taping of the Dan Le Batard radio show. That was cool. It was a good experience because they pretty much taped that in the Clevelander Hotel. If you guys are not familiar with South Beach or Miami, that's what goes on down there. So, again, it was a great weekend. Got to get my mind right, got to relax, feel energized. So now I can go out there, bust out great articles, bust out great content, doing this quick podcast before I go to work because, Viacom, they wait for no man. So God knows what I'm going to find myself when I get back there. But, so let's talk about some of the events that's going on. I'm going to start off with, I didn't do a show last week because of all the running around, and I got rewarded with such an opportunity. I can't talk about it now, but probably by the next show I could definitely drop the bomb on it. It's a huge opportunity, so that's what kind of kept me busy. But I wanted to do a topic last week about cheating and scandals and all that good stuff. I wanted to do a cheating episode. Folks like Tom Brady finally gave in, and he's going to serve his 4-game suspension, which I think is a great thing for him. He doesn't need to keep fighting this. He just needs to let it die. And, hey, the team's going to be fine. Garoppolo is going to do a great job. Many folks say he could go 3-1. I'm telling you, I think he can go 4-0. And then when Tom comes back, he could run the table and go like 10-2. Just out of pure anger at what's going on with the situation. Hey, an angry Tom Brady is a great thing for New England fans. It's an awful thing for the rest of the league. So I applaud Tom for giving it up. Hey, take the 4-game. Take the extended vacation time with Giselle and with the family and do your thing. Also, in terms of cheating, there's a lot of stuff going on with UFC. Brock tested twice and failed. And actually failed the day of the fight. Now, here's the funny thing. John Jones failed a couple days before, and they took him off the card. My opinion, UFC didn't want to do that with Brock because then that was all the headliner. So, is it fair that Brock was able still to fight? Absolutely not. Is it wrong that Mark Hunt won some of Brock's money? Absolutely not. I mean, I personally don't think he would have won the fight anyway, but he went out there and he still performed, and he got beat by somebody who was cheating, who the UFC knew he was cheating, and they didn't give two shits. They just wanted to sell the pay-per-view because UFC 200 was an absolute joke in terms of star potential. They dropped the ball when Conor was willing and able to go, but they didn't want to do that. That's why I told all my friends and all the UFC fans I can encounter, shout out to the guys I was talking to at the Clevelander Hotel in South Beach on Sunday. Listen, Conor, UFC 202 is the real UFC 200. They're loaded with fights. Nate Diaz, Conor McGregor 2 will not It will not upset folks who are real UFC fans. It's going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight. I'm not going to get into who I think is going to win that fight, but we'll talk about that down the road. So the UFC has shit on their face right now. They got to deal with this. And if I was Mark Hunt, I would scream from hell and high water to try to get some of that money back from Brock. And the funny situation with Brock is, it's like, we all know WWE is scripted and it's technically not considered a sport, which is, I think, is asinine because, they do athletic things in the ring. Nevertheless, he's going to have no problem wrestling at SummerSlam, which is about 4 weeks away, which I am truly looking forward to because it's in my backyard. It's in my house. If you didn't know, Barclays Center is my house. I don't pay rent, but it's still my house. So I'm looking forward to that. And there's been no repercussions on the WWE side. Randy Orton cracked a little joke, about the, all natural over here. But there's no repercussion. It's about money. When you're a big drawer like Brock Lesnar, it doesn't matter the sport. You can always have shortcuts. And life isn't fair. We all know that. Some more than most. We all know life isn't fair. But if you're an attraction, if you have drawing power, star power, you're going to be able to cut corners. So it goes back to what I'm saying about UFC. They knew what happened, but they didn't want to have any more egg on their face. So they went ahead with the fight. Got the pay-per-view buys. They're probably going to settle with Mark Hunt, maybe give him, I say, anywhere from $700,000 to $800,000. Keep him quiet. Tell him to shut the fuck up, take this money, and move on to the next. And, like I said, I was away last week, and then, we have the Democratic National Convention going on right now. And last week we had a Republican National Convention. I don't know about you guys. I trust no politician. I think everybody's lying. Everybody else cheat their way to, the White House, cheat their way to the agenda they're trying to prove. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for. I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to slander each participant. I'm going to kind of go with Gangster T, a.k.a. Ted Cruz line in terms of vote for who you think your conscience most aligned to. And I'm not going to say I'm not going to deliberate who I'm voting for yet. I'm not even sure if I'm voting, just for the fact that Election Day is on my birthday. And I would think of 1,000 more things I need to do than go to a voting poll. And 9 out of the 10 times, I know the person I'm voting for really doesn't give two shits about what I need, let alone what my people need, let alone what my state or city needs. But that's a discussion for another time. So I'm listening to these great speeches from last week and this week. I'm going to talk about the Republican convention real quick. I thought Ted Cruz was defiant to the end. He did not endorse Trump. I thought that was brilliant on his part. He stayed true to himself. And he's like, hey, listen, this guy slandered my wife, my father. Fuck him. I'm gonna do my best to make sure this speech is about me. I'm not gonna endorse no cunt. I'm not gonna endorse him. I'm gonna do me. I thought it was great. I thought it was fine. I looked at it as Ted Cruz positioned himself for 2020. Nothing wrong with that. Because let's say Trump loses, I don't think he's gonna run again. I think, he's not gonna want to go through this whole process again. Now we'll go to the Democratic side. You have Bernie Sanders. He's up here kissing Hillary's ass, considering about a month ago he was ready to stab her in the neck. That's the one thing I never understood about politicians. We have the Obamas coming out here caping for Hillary. But, I tell all my friends, hey, let's not forget, in 2008, Hillary had the gun suit and she had the knives ready at Obama. You guys are forgetting all of that. And Obama took the high road, gave her a job in the cabinet just to show face. Will Hillary do that to Bernie? I don't think so. I think, when she didn't choose him as a VP, I knew this made no sense to me. That would have been the best way to combat Donald Trump. She went with a guy from Virginia. Unless you're in the Virginia, Maryland, that area, you wouldn't know who this guy is. So she went with a safe bet. As a Trump, he went with someone that's total opposite of him, which was kind of, it was good. It was good strategy. And that's the thing I don't think the Hillary camp understands about Trump. Trump is a businessman and a master